Oh, my bun going in and out. Hey, y'all. Happy hump day. This bun is going to kill me. Happy hump day, y'all. Happy Wednesday. What's up, BTG fam? I know I done missed a few Wednesdays. What's going on? What's going on? Share it out. Share out the live. Let's talk. Let's have a real conversation. Hey, y'all. Happy hump day. Drop Wednesday in the chat. Y'all been having a good week so far? I just caught up on today's episode and oof, we gotta talk. We gotta talk. Let me send this out to my people. Send this live out to your people. Tell BTG fam we up in here. I'm sending mine out now. Hey, happy Wednesday, Ash. Hey, we already got a few people in here. Y'all come on in, tap the screen. Come on in, say what's up. Happy Wednesday. We got to talk about this week. We got to talk about Beyond the Gates. Come on in, tap the screen, y'all. Hey. Hey, Lady Tasha. Y'all go ahead, share the live out. I'm just getting on. We're about to talk. I definitely want to make sure we get our people in. Go ahead and share the live. Tap the screen. How's everybody's Wednesday going? Drop in the chat. Let me know if you're caught up because we will be talking about up to today. So let me know if you're all caught up. If you saw today's episode, then good. If not, you might want to go check it out because there will be spoiler alerts. Hey, Kaya. Caught up and irked. Oh, man. This bun is not cooperating with me. Yeah, irked is a good way to put it, Kaya. Irked is a good way to put it. Irritated, yeah. Yeah. We gotta talk about it. We definitely gotta talk about it. This week has been trying. I didn't even talk last week. I was like all over the place last week. So we definitely got a lot to talk about. Let's go ahead and tap the screen. Let's get the likes up. Go ahead and share with the people. I see y'all coming in. Hey Montreal. Hey Kiwi. Hey y'all. Are y'all all caught up? Let me know how y'all feeling so far. Lady Tasha, you didn't watch today's? Okay. Totally understandable. The spoilers probably won't be too bad if you still want to hang around, but we are going to be talking about up to today. Bill needs to fall out. He getting on my nerves. Kiwi. Oh, man. We definitely got some storylines going on right now. We have, okay, cool. You'll hang around. Cool. Montreal, your brain hurting. That's tough. We've got some interesting storylines going on right now. So we've got, and I'm gonna do a breakdown. I've been trying to figure out how to get back into doing breakdowns, and I think now instead of going like week by week, I may follow storyline by storyline to make it a little easier to talk about. Because there are some storylines that are progressing more than others. So this week we're focusing pretty heavy on the Andre storyline. And he's going through it. The whole Andre situation is a bit frustrating because now that we know everything that's pretty much happened so far with what Andre is dealing with, it's not giving the depth that we thought it was going to, right? Like, I'm not exactly sure how they're going to spin why he's so afraid. Um, obviously Heather is infatuated with him in a whole other way. I think that their bedroom life has been spicy and they have had some great times. And she's in that mindset of, hey, whenever we get together, this is what it is. I think he fully agreed to that. And now that he's married, he wants to switch up the situation. And she's not with it. She don't care about his marriage. She don't care about Danny. She don't care about nothing. And is Andre D game that good? Hey. It must be. It must be the way that she was begging today. Baby, I'm begging. Baby, I'm begging. She was begging Andre today. That was a lot. That was a lot for her to be, panting for him in the way that she does. Now, granted, I mean, it must be that serious because Danny is stuck on it. I mean, Ashley was stuck on it and she never even had it, as far as we know. So I don't know. It must be something about Mr. Richardson. It must be something about Mr. Richardson. And now the sad part about it is it's past the game. Right? Like, I don't think, I think Heather came back with the intention of them having this cat and mouse relationship that they've always had. But now that Andre is so committed to Danny, it's turned from, oh, let's have fun to a possession situation. I think her biggest anger is the fact that she thought that her and Andre would always be a thing, and now the switch up has happened. Kind of like it's wild to compare this, but kind of like Danny and Bill, right? Like the way that Danny was so stuck, still is stuck on the fact that Haley replaced her with Bill in the positioning of it all. Even if Bill still wants her around, Haley has replaced her in that number one spot. And I think that's what Heather is like not dealing with. Like she's like, I don't understand what's so different now. I think when they got together, she was married to somebody else or attached to somebody else, which is where that Wallach name comes from, because she wasn't Heather Armstrong in Europe. She was Heather Wallach. So I think that her and Andre have established a rapport with each other to where it's like, I don't care who you're with, who I'm with, as long as we get with each other, then it's always going to be that. And Andre is scared because he don't want to do that no more. Hey, Cornelius, y'all tap that screen. Y'all keep tapping that screen. We definitely, let's get it past 5K. So yeah, I think Heather does not like surprises or change. I think that's the biggest thing for Heather. She don't like change. And she thought that even when she found him again, I think she didn't even realize that he was gone like that. Like from the relationship, from what it's looking like, they don't really check in with each other. Like it's not like they were in a relationship. I think they were very much physical. And so it didn't really click to her that he was gone until she saw that wedding photo. And then was like, oh, wait, he thought that he could go play games. Like, let me go play games too. I think her seeing Andre and Danny's wedding photo was like a challenge to Heather. Like, oh, you gone and found something you think is sustainable and better. Let's see. And now it's to the point where I think Andre found out that she can hurt people. I don't know to what extent, But I do think that he realizes that she is dangerous when she doesn't get what she wants. So I think that's what he's grappling with. I think it's the back and forth of, if I don't continue with her, she's going to hurt Danny. She's going to hurt the family if I don't continue. And the fact that she's Joey's sister just confirms that she is acclimated to that lifestyle, even if he hasn't seen it. So I think that's the biggest fear with Andre. But the crazy thing about it is, Andre is completely underestimating the Duprees. Like, I wouldn't say that they are, I wouldn't say that they're demanding or they're definitely demanding. He's underestimating the Duprees. I think in his brain, he's saying, if I don't say anything, I'm keeping them safe. But by him not saying anything, he's actually putting everybody in danger. By him not saying anything to Danny, to Ted, to Nicole, like, he's by keeping them in the dark, you're keeping them defenseless. And that's something that a lot of these characters still haven't learned yet. That's an issue with Andre, that's an issue with Naomi, not with Ashley, because she'll tell everybody's business. But whenever it turns into, oh, I didn't say anything because I was trying to keep you safe, that's not gonna work. That don't work with the Duprees. Exactly, Cornelius and Kiwi. The Duprees are more ruthless than Joey. If you're looking for an opponent for Joey, he should have went to the Duprees. And then for him to have so much confidence in Vernon, he should know that Vernon don't play that when it comes to his family. And the sad part about it is, you see how quick, I mean, they did it to themselves. Bill and Ted definitely cheated their way out of the Dupree circle. But Andre ain't been in the circle long enough for him to still have the strong level of trust that's depleting the longer that he doesn't say anything. Like, the longer it takes for him to tell Danny or any Dupree what's going on, the longer it's going to take for them to believe that he's innocent in all of this. Right? Like, now it's going to turn into more questions. Like, oh, well, why did you constantly go talk to her on your own? If you're so afraid of her, if you're so afraid that what she's going to do is mess with the family, why do you keep going to her alone by yourself to her hotel room and having these weird conversations that you're not talking about to anybody? Like, to nobody. And the funny part about it is, he keeps trying to get advice from Ted when really the person he should be getting advice from is Bill. I know he don't like Bill. I know that him and Bill are not, on the same page. But him talking to Bill would have made a lot more sense than him talking to Ted about the situation, because Bill is going to tell him how to get up out of it. Or at least how to conduct himself, who to talk to moving forward, or even how to deal with Joey. Andre is operating from so much emotion that he's not putting together what the logic is needed in order to deal with Heather. Because Heather is dangerous. Heather is dangerous. And the more that he lets Heather hang with Danny, And see, that's what I'm talking about. That when we get into the way that he's letting Heather move, because he's allowing Heather to do these things as long as he doesn't say anything. Like the longer that he allows for Heather to go to dates, with Danny and hanging out with Vanessa and Danny, like, the longer that he lets that happen, it's only going to get worse. And in the eyes of the Duprees, he's not going to look very innocent for much longer. Because before, when she first came back to town, when she first came back to town, y'all keep tapping that screen. Let's at least get to 5K. When she first came to town, that was the time to tell everybody about her. Andre is doing it backwards because he thinks that, oh, I'm going to go talk to her, which still doesn't make any sense to me because you obviously didn't have any power with her for you to be as scared as you was when you found out who she was in the beginning. So for you to think, oh, I'm going to go to her hotel room and lay down the law. Since when? Since when do you have that type of authority with her to where you thought your words would stick? She obviously don't care at all about how you feel or what you think is acceptable. Like, it makes no sense for him to keep dragging it out. Yeah, Lady Tasha. The face that he made when they were all at the table. Yo, Andre is shook. Okay? Andre is shook. Thanks for the love, babes. Y'all keep tapping that screen. Share the live. Andre is shook. Okay? But for the wrong reasons. I need for Andre, okay. Andre is so confident in Danny and their marriage that he has been going toe-to-toe with everybody about the fact that they're meant to be together. And yet he can't trust Danny to tell her about a relationship, a situationship that he had before they even met. Before they even met, he had this situation going on. And it was done before they met. He had fully cut her off before they met. Now, did he have that conversation with her? No, because he's a coward. The coward runs in his blood, like in the Richardson bloodline. Okay. That was also established today as well between that conversation between Carlton and Ted. Apparently Ted is a certified love bomber and cowardness runs through the Richardson bloodline. So I doubt that Andre told Heather that they were no longer involved before he left Europe. But he needs to tell Danny ASAP. He should have told her when the bottle arrived. Absolutely. It should have been completely, like, it should have been taken care of the moment he got that bottle. And the fact that he keeps dragging the conversation between him and Danny is draining. Like, just tell her. GASC Peach. The show is on it's on CBS called Beyond the Gates, and it comes on every day, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern. Great soap opera. You should definitely tap in. Hey, Fifi's World. Yeah, you can watch it on Peacock as well. So, yeah, I think that this is, he better tell Danny before she has another drink with Heather. She better Andre better tell Danny what's going on before she has another encounter with Heather. Cause now it's getting to a point where your word is dwindling. He's giving Heather too much time to create her own narrative with everyone else. Hey, Alexis. Hey, Miss Janville. Miss Janval. That's cute. Hey, Karen. He's giving this narrative too much time to develop. And I think as long as he lets people draw their own conclusions about her, it's gonna get worse. Just how Joey waited until Heather had a kiki with Vanessa to tell Vanessa that she was dangerous, and she already has bits of doubts. Thank you for the love, babe. She already has bits of doubts because she had such a good encounter with her in the beginning. If Joey would have told Vanessa to be on guard in the very beginning, the conversation would have been differently from day one. And I think the same goes for Danny. If Andre would have told Danny immediately who Heather was, especially when she ran into them at Orphe Jeans, that was the moment. That was the moment to say, hey, babe, she's crazy, and let me tell you what happened. The longer that he lets Danny draw her own conclusions about who Heather is as a person, and Danny's not stupid. She does understand that Heather is Joey's sister, so she can't have too much goodness in her. Like, Danny peeps Joey's game all the time. So she's already got Heather on a short leash by being Joey's sister. But she's still dealing with Heather in a playful way because she doesn't even know the depths of the situation. Yeah. Heather has her own plan for sure. She has her own plan for sure. Even the fact that she told Joey that she came back, she's staying because she has an interest there. Because she got somebody there that she's trying to, scratch her itch with, so to speak. So she's serious about this. She's serious about possessing Andre in the way that she already has been for a while. Hey, Mookie. Karen, I don't think that Heather is simply after the D. I think that she is after control. Control is a big thing for Heather, as it is for Joey, right? And I think that we're seeing Heather lose control in all aspects. She no longer has control over the company, right? She closed down the ring because of all of the commotion that was happening. So she doesn't have control in her work life. She's not controlling Joey. Joey's not listening to her. He doesn't want to join forces. He doesn't want to, work with her or anything. She doesn't have any control there. She doesn't even have control over her friendships. She doesn't have any friendships or anything. You saw how she threw her little fit when she called Vanessa, and Vanessa and Danny were like, girl, I can't day drink. I got stuff to do. I got stuff to do. And she was just distraught, just upset. You saw she threw that little ceramic apple into the wall. I mean, just throwing a fit because she has no control. So I think the issue with the back and forth with Andre is the fact that she's always had some type of control over their situation. And now that he's married and cut it off, she's like, you don't have the right to do that. I control the situation. I'm the one that's dealing with this. I'm the one that says when we start and when we stop, which is why she's so gung-ho on this last time situation. I don't even think it's fully physical. I need that feeling for the last time. She needs that control for the last time. I think in her brain, she thinks if I sleep with him one more time, then I got him back. You know how a lot of Delulu people are. Oh, if I get in their bed one more time, then now I'm in the front of their brain and I can bypass whatever they have with this other person. And that's not the case. That's not the case. We see how deep Andre loves Danny. No matter how convoluted and twisted it may be, we see how much he loves Danny. And he's really not trying to mess that up with Heather. Hey, Drama Free. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the fam. For everybody that's new here, I'm Vashti Denise. I do weekly recaps midday. I do midweek on Wednesdays, which is tonight. And then I also do on Sundays. So make sure you follow and join the conversation. Yeah, exactly, Fifi. She definitely wants to establish that she still has a hold over him. That's the biggest thing. She's already jealous with the fact that he didn't choose her. I think that maybe she has more emotions towards him than she even wants to admit. But the fact that he's chosen a wife and someone else to be with completely, I think that pours into her need for control. You know, Mookie, do you think she's going after Smitty? Absolutely. Absolutely. That was her main reason for coming down. I still don't think that Andre was her main reason. I think when she came back to town to handle Smitty, because remember when she first came back to town, she went straight to Joey. And she told Joey that she was going to get rid of Smitty. And Joey said, you better not touch Smitty because he is married to Martin and I have hands in that political career. And she even twisted it then and said, oh, well, this would help Martin's career as well. Because, I mean, everyone loves a widow. Everyone loves a widow storyline. That would be great for his election. And I think, you know, she loves to play with her food. If you watch like any vampire shows right now, I'm binging the originals. I know I'm late. I know I'm late. Don't you know, get me for it. If you haven't watched it, it's a great show. I'm really enjoying it. But they're vampires, you know, and one of the main ones always talks about how he likes to play with his food. And, you know, I think that's Heather. I think she likes to play with the people before she takes them out, you know, which is one of the reasons why she's more ruthless than Joey, because Joey doesn't even want to physically do the job. When Joey has someone handled, he has someone handle that person. Heather wants to handle it herself. She wants to enjoy the fight, you know. She loves it. Exactly like cat and mouse. Exactly like cat and mouse. She loves that back and forth. So I think that she's very much still going to go after Smitty. Very much so. Ooh, Glomo, that's a good point. If she has Heather try to take Smitty out, that would be interesting. But once again, if Andre goes along with that, then that also shows that he still doesn't know the Duprees. The Duprees can handle Joey Armstrong and Heather any day of the week. He's within the company that's needed. Like, the Duprees can fully handle this, but he needs to stop being a coward and thinking that he has to handle it on his own. That's where he's messing up. That's where Ted messed up. That's where Bill messed up. Andre has to realize that in order to beat Heather, he has to do it as a team with the Duprees. He's not going to beat Heather by himself. That's not going to work. So hopefully he becomes smarter and he fully tells Danny everything that's going on before it's too late. Let's keep tapping that screen before it's too late. So yeah, we've got that storyline, and that's coming to a halt in a way. I don't know how they're going to continue it. Hopefully we're done. He better tell her by tomorrow, to be honest. We've gotten through all last week and today without him saying anything to Danny. Yeah, so he needs to tell her. Let's not forget Danny is also holding a secret. Yeah, but her secret is I don't want to say redundant. Her secret is matter of fact. Her sleeping with Bill now has depleted. Hey, Dime. Because it's not even about Bill anymore, right? Like, he does need to know. He does need to know that she slept with Bill. That's still a thing. But him telling Danny about Heather, it's got to be past all that. We got to get past it. Yeah, tomorrow is necessary, Alexis. He has to tell her tomorrow. Like, it makes no sense for us to finish this week and for her to still not know who Heather is to him. That doesn't make any sense. Like, we gotta push it. So, okay, so we've got the Andre and Heather storyline. Now we've got the Chelsea and Allison storyline. Okay. So for the people that don't remember everything that happened with Chelsea, last season Chelsea was taken by Allison, who was a super fan of hers, and set it up so that she can get close to Chelsea in almost every way. It started off as Allison being married to a man, and Chelsea was their unicorn. She was the third string, so to speak, right? And everything was going good with them. She actually convinced Chelsea that they were supposed to be together outside of her husband, and that they should move and be together outside of Allison's husband. Then that whole storyline didn't work. Chelsea didn't want to be a homewrecker, so to speak. And she met Madison in the process. I also hate them for making the name so similar. Why did we go from Allison to Madison? Like, couldn't her name be, I don't know, Argentina? It could have been something. I just hate that it's Allison and Madison. Anyways, and for my conspiracy people, do y'all feel that connection? Because when it comes to Allison Madison, I'm starting to feel like they have some type of connection. Maybe they're the twins that we've been waiting on. Everybody's trying to make Kat and Chelsea a twin. Maybe Madison and Allison are the twins. Who knows? But Allison, in the point of trying to keep Chelsea in her good graces, she kidnaps Chelsea and forces her to marry her in this weird shack, and almost unalived her. Thankfully, Kat found Chelsea. Kat went through this whole process of finding out that Allison was on the profile, had a profile on Heart Attach. This is when Joey was still owner of the business, and they found her information, found Chelsea, got Allison locked up. Bop. Okay. So the last time we saw Allison, she was locked up or about to be locked up. And we didn't really know. There was never a confirmation that Allison was gone, right? Like, we saw her in the orange jumpsuit, but we didn't exactly know where she went from there, right? Now we've hit a year since Allison took Chelsea, and we had a whole episode of Chelsea like having these bad dreams, and now she's getting calls from an unknown number that nobody is talking on the other side, so she's getting these creepy moments. Okay. Yeah, there's been quite a few theories that Allison and Madison are sisters, which would be wild, but yeah. So Chelsea has been getting calls to where somebody has been like calling and hanging up. And she's been freaking out about it. I mean, rightfully so. We've never got a full confirmation of where Allison was. We just knew that she was locked up. Well, Kat goes to Jacob and asks Jacob to look into Allison, make sure that she was still, locked up tight. And here go Mr. Detective. Jacob always has like the truth, but not really, right? Because he tells Kat, oh, you don't need to worry. She don't have access to a phone call. Like, she can't be making personal phone calls, da 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 da. Okay, well, she's not making phone calls, but we do see that she's writing letters. Okay, we did get a scene of Allison sitting in her room, her very white room, her very blank room. It's giving asylum. It's giving that she's in an asylum, and she's writing letters. And the letters are signed, my loving wife, my angel wife. And the question is, The question is, are all of these letters for Chelsea, or is she cuckoo for multiple women? Is Chelsea the loving wife, and then she has another woman that's an angel wife, and then she has another woman that's the kinky wife? Like, all of these letters that she's writing, are all of these letters just to Chelsea, or does she have multiple people that she's talking to? Hey Nash, I didn't know you was in here. You know, what if Madison is making the calls? Fifi, that's tough. That's tough. Um, that would be wild. But I need for Madison to have a motive. You know? Oh, you just came in. Okay, cool. I need for Madison to have a true motive. And it can't be because my crazy sister wanted to, so I'm helping her. You know, like, what's the real reason as to why Madison would want to help Allison drive Chelsea crazy? That would be my question. Like, what exactly does she gain from that? Because I mean, outside of getting this legal advice, you know, this help with her case, what is Madison really gaining with Chelsea and all of this, you know? But yes, Allison is back. Shout out to my girl. I'm glad she's back. I'm ready for the craziness that's gonna come with it. Yeah, Alexis, I would need to see the switch up. Just how we were able, that's a good point. How we were able to see Haley switch up her mannerisms whenever she was fully Val again. I would need to see a switch up with Madison to believe that she is just, you know, bonkers like that. Madison is unaware Allison is going to kidnap her and swap places. Okay, I like that. I like that, Nash. I do like that. Madison is completely oblivious, and then Allison comes back and switches places with her. I do like that. I definitely like that as a narrative, for sure. Because I don't know where they're going with this. We've already figured out how Allison is in love with her, what she wanted, all of those things. So by Allison being back, what's the goal? CBS needs to call you, Nash. They do. Cause I don't see how Allison being back is progressing anything. Okay. Oh, Karen, that's good. That's good. Okay, if she does the switch for the wedding. Because the whole goal is to marry Chelsea, right? And technically in her brain, they're already married. So if she finds a way to kidnap Madison before the wedding and is the one staring at Chelsea at the aisle, at the top of the aisle, whoo, that's wild. That is wild. Reclaim her wife. She's probably go after Madison this time. I thought she would be back for the wedding. Yeah. I think we're all in agreement. I think that her being back for the wedding is the kicker. That's the kicker. Her being back and doing a switcheroo or completely just like derailing it and saying I do, and now they're legally married before her knowing that it's her and not Madison. Yeah, I like all of this. I like all of this for sure. And it brings the drama that's needed for Chelsea and Madison, because they've been a bit boring. I gotta say, I'm sorry, but they're a bit boring for me. Okay, I hope they're writing this down for real. Because having Allison back really does give a lot of potential. And we've got a lot of holes coming in to where she can fall into place, because we've also got this Tokyo trip coming up. Right? Remember, we've got this Tokyo trip for Chelsea Cat. So that gives Madison time to be alone without Chelsea and vice versa. Right? So even if Allison, I doubt Allison can get out of the country, but that's time for her to get to Madison, for sure. While everybody's focused on Chelsea being in another country and Madison is just focusing on her work, that's definitely a good time for Allison to creep in and do some things. So, can we talk about how Danny nervous that Andre gonna find out that she cheated? Oh yeah, Lay. I just finished talking about that. No, for real, Nash, we're not going to get the Tokyo trip. I already know that. We're not going to get the Tokyo trip. We haven't even, y'all tap the screen. Let's get the 10K. We haven't even gotten a glimpse of Kat's condo. I'm mad that Tomas been all up in Kat's condo and we still haven't seen it. Like, y'all talking about redecorating Joey's casino room. I want to see Kat's condo. I want to see Kat's condo. Like, y'all are worried about the wrong thing. Okay. I'm so annoyed with that. Like, show us the condo. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. And since we're talking about Madison, let's go to the case. Let's go to the case, right? Let's talk about Madison's case. Because Tomas has slipped to a whole nother level of BS for me. Tomas is a slimy snake. And it's disgusting that Kat is still messing with him. It just annoys me so much. So here's an update with the storyline with the court case, right? Tomas calls Madison, says, "Hey, Madison, I need you to come to the office immediately. It's about your case." Tomas shows up at the office, goes into Bill's office because he thinks that's his office. Naomi is in there, as she should be, because she was asked by her father, who owns the company, to take care of the business. He has an attitude, per usual. And he tells her that Mike called him and said that he was coming over to have a meeting. And he called Tomas because he felt that Naomi was dropping the ball on the case. Someone called him Mojito. No, Mike was being misogynistic and a disgusting a-hole. And he saw that spirit in Tomas and has been feeding on it ever since they met. Right? Like, the fact that he sat in that meeting. Tomas has always been a social climber, for sure. But the fact that he sat in that meeting and completely undermined Naomi. I mean, completely. He straight up, Mike made it seem like Naomi wasn't even in the room. Every time Mike made a point, he made it to Tomas. Like, no one else at the table could even think about what was going on. Oh, I'm a man, so I'm going to talk to the other man in the room. And Tomas loved it. Tomas loved it. And you know what, K. Marie? I did appreciate Bill coming after Tomas immediately after Naomi told him, but it still wasn't enough. It still wasn't enough. I need for Bill to fire him. He has no finesse with it. Common sense would be to back Naomi in public and sabotage her in private. Exactly, Nash. If you were really trying to get this seat, the biggest gold star that Tomas could get right now is by backing up Naomi. If he really wanted to get in Bill's good graces when it comes to this company and everything, he would need to back up Naomi, especially when it comes to Mike. But him playing footsies with Mike during this meeting And then going to Bill and saying, "Oh, well, I was just trying to help our client." No. No. Like literally the Tomas situation is just, I can't stand him. And it makes it worse that Kat is so supportive of him and is so like, "Oh, you're going to be the next Bill." Why would you want your man to be Bill? Bill is a great lawyer, but he's a horrible man. And you're pushing for him to be like him. Like, Kat be trying to be supportive, but in the worst ways. Like, in the worst ways. And supporting Tomas right now is just like a horrible decision. A horrible decision. Kat needs to handle that immediately. Okay? Like, it makes no sense. I can't stand that whole situation. So for me, I'm ready for Tomas to go. I'm ready for Tomas to go. Tomas has got to, like, fire the man, please. Caroline don't trust him. Naomi don't trust him. Nobody trusts him. Yeah, he's gonna cry when Naomi joins the firm. Staying with him after Eva's situation was it for me. Facts, Megan. I agree. She definitely should have got rid of him the moment that whole Eva situation happened. Absolutely. And then the fact that he's been trying to get her to spy on Naomi for all of this Bill firm situation makes it even worse. Like, bro, I am a Dupree. That's family. And he can't even get with that. And although Danny may be, she may be pushing the situation in her own dramatic way, but every time she's in the office and she talks to Naomi about Tomas, I love it. I love it. Even how this last time when Tomas came in and she was like, "Aren't you just so happy that you have Naomi here?" Like, yes, he's here. Like, she's here taking care of everything. How great is it that you got Naomi? And his blood was boiling. Okay, not too much on Kat. Yeah, I do like that Nash. Like, literally, he could team up with Mike to blackmail Bill. Yeah, but see, the bad thing about it is Tomas wants to have his cake and eat it too, but he's too dumb to have both. Because he wants to be in Bill's good graces. Like, that's the biggest thing with Tomas. He wants to be the next, protege of Bill. It's not even about his career. He really wants to be the next Bill. So he's not going to team up with Mike to a certain extent because he wants to work with Bill. He doesn't even, if he really wanted to not be with Bill or under Bill, he would have gone to that other law firm when he had the chance. When he had the chance to go to that other law firm, it would have been nothing that Bill said to keep him there. But he wants the validation of Bill. So that's the biggest reason why he's not conspiring correctly. Because I think he's still dealing with his daddy issues when it comes to wanting Bill to love him, which is never going to happen. He's never going to be Naomi. If Bill didn't have Naomi, then it would have been possible. But the fact that Bill has a physical representation that one of his children can carry on his legacy, Tomas will always be obsolete. That just is what it is. As long as Bill has the possibility of Naomi, Tomas is not needed. And he knows that. Y'all keep tapping the screen. We should definitely be to 10K right now. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Of course, Tomas always brings the energy down. So let's keep it pushing. Let's keep it pushing. Yeah, they do need to rewrite his character because he needs clear motives. Oh, he's already, you can close the gap, Alexis. If he was this close to being obsessed with Bill, this is him being obsessed. He's about here. He's fully obsessed with Bill. Absolutely, fully obsessed with Bill. Naomi and Tomas are two sides of the same boring point. Yeah. Yeah. Tomas is fully obsessed. And it's so annoying. It's so annoying. So we've dealt with Tomas. And that leads me to the whole Kat Isaiah situation. Y'all. And I know the Eva stans hate this conversation, right? The diehard Eva stans hate the train that's coming, but it's moving. It's moving, and karma is real, okay? Karma is real. Eva slept. Look at this. Eva slept with Tomas. I know Nash. Kat can definitely do better, but it's about the principle. The soap operas love an eye for an eye, right? And we have yet to get our eye from Eva. Let's be real. And you can't count her sad childhood. We can't compare Eva's childhood to Kat's childhood. Both of those had nothing to do with them. I'm talking actions for actions. Okay? I'm talking bar for bar. Okay? So Eva slept with Tomas, and she was big, loud, and bold about it. Let's be real. Okay? And now the chemistry between Kat and Isaiah it's palpable. And you know what? Somebody brought up this situation last time I was on live, and we brought this up about the conversation that they had in the stairwell when he was trying to convince Kat to give a piece of her liver to Eva. Yes, he was very disrespectful. He was also very emotional. Okay? He was very emotional. And I think that shows for both sides. I think it was emotions for Eva as well as Kat. And the thing is, the only reason why we don't want Kat with Isaiah is because he's already so deep in with Eva. There was, Nash, he hasn't apologized for that, but no one has. Barely anyone has apologized to Kat for that whole situation. So I doubt we'll ever get an apology for that. I mean, Ted just apologized to Nicole about being a horrible husband. I don't think we're going to get an apology for Kat at all, honestly, which is messed up. But for me, I want for Isaiah to have a slip up with Kat. And it don't got to be a lot. They don't have to sleep together. I'm thinking, they have an intimate conversation. They get lost in each other for a second. They have a passionate kiss, and then we can't do that. Just enough for him to question how hard he's fallen for Eva. Is it real with Eva, or is it convenient? Because a lot of us are still waiting for Yolanda to come back. I'm starting to feel some type of foreshadowing with Yolanda coming back, the way that they're dealing with the whole Jessica Tyrell situation. The way that Jessica straight up got rid of Tyrell made sense, and respect to her, because they're two college kids and they need to explore life. But I think this whole breakup and the way that they told Isaiah does bleed into Isaiah's brain about what happened with him and Yolanda. And I'm starting to see her pop back up. And I would love that. Isaiah and Eva need a shakeup. Because they're so confident in this relationship. And I mean, cute. Cute. Y'all love each other. Awesome. Come on. Let's see a little shake up here. Let's see a little shake up here. And no, Nash, I'm not diving into the Kat and Jacob situation. And see, this is what I'm talking about. Once somebody gets married, they're fully off limits. In my opinion, right? Like, Jacob is fully married to Naomi. The only time that Kat can get out of that is by Naomi passing away, or Naomi messing up so bad that her and Jacob break up. She has to divorce Jacob. It can't be the other way around. She would have to divorce Jacob, and then it would have to be some time between Kat and Jacob in order for there to be, you know? I know, not in soap opera land. Look. All I'm trying to keep from Kat being the full Hester Prynne of Fairmont Crest. Like, she's already Elphaba. They already try to make Kat to be the Wicked Witch of the East. So if she ends up messing with Jacob, there's no coming back from that. And I like Kat. I think that Kat is a great character. I like what she represents. I like how she acts on the screen. I like how she don't take no mess from nobody, and how she gets down to the nitty gritty. She ain't scared to ask nobody some questions. Like, I love me some Kat. So her getting with Jacob, I don't see her being redeemed from that. I don't. Like, her being with Jacob is just, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. But her messing with Isaiah is an eye for an eye. Yeah, Nash, you got to write it to make sense. Cause it's still not working for me. But her with Isaiah, that's an eye for an eye. That, hey, if she's able to still be with Tomas and deal with that, then Eva should still be able to be with Isaiah, right? Like somebody just said in the comments, they gotta have a deeper connection than that cornbread. Isaiah and Eva got to be deeper than that cornbread. Okay? That's all I'm saying. I think Isaiah and Eva dug, like, they fell really deep, really hard, really fast. And yeah, we need some shaking up here. We need, and not just the whole, body dysmorphia situation that Eva is going through, which is realistic and understandable. Having big scars like that, I'm pretty sure can mess with your mental and things. But when it comes to what their relationship really stands on, it's not that strong. Like, it's not that strong. Isaiah and Eva are not that strong. And they're stronger now because of Isaiah's desperation, because of the whole health scare that Eva went through. I don't even think they would be this deep in if Eva didn't have that health scare. At least not this quickly, So it's just, I don't know. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop with them in general. In general, to see what's really going to happen with them. So that'll be, that's going to be interesting. Yeah, there's no other options. Yeah, they don't have any other options to, especially Eva. She has no other options. They're still trauma bonding. That's fair. I could believe that for sure. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Let's talk Leslie. We've had some interesting storylines with Leslie so far. We got a flashback. We got some flashbacks of when Ted and Leslie first met up outside of the cafe. So we know that Leslie was a waitress at a cafe that Ted was going to. That's where they like met up. She was also a bartender at a club, and that's where Ted went to drink a lot. And that's where the spark fully emerged between Ted and Leslie. And I think the biggest takeaway from Leslie's flashbacks, from the Ted flashbacks, goodness gracious, hold on. TikTok always trying to make it seem like I'm not doing nothing. We're talking. There's people here. They're trying to establish the fact that Leslie isn't crazy from how they're giving us these flashbacks. And it's justifying, but it's not it doesn't clear her case for me. It doesn't clear her case for me. Like, okay, great. You showed us that the teddy bear name was genuine. Right? To the point where Ted actually bought her a teddy bear, you know, for her to cling on to and to remember him by. You know, he bought her a teddy bear. So it is funny. Hey, Shade in the City. It is funny how he constantly pushes when she calls him teddy bear, but that was such a form of endearment when they first started talking. You know, I think exactly, Nash. It's showing us that two things can be true at the same time. Everyone really does have their own perspective on what happens. That's why I love that saying, you got her side, his side, and the truth. Right? There's three sides to every story. That's their side, and the truth. You know? Because it's crazy that Ted was that much of a gaslighter. And it was confirmed today, even in the conversation between Ted and Carlton, when Carlton brings up another woman that Ted gaslit and love bombed before he even knew that she was married. Like, he didn't even ask her about her situation. He was just so deep into what he wanted that he didn't even know that she was married. And so this tunnel vision and this grand gesture attitude that Ted has is what gets him into trouble with these women, right? And for me, in all of that, no one has smoke for Ted. Right. You know, like, and we still don't know about her childhood. Exactly. You know, and that's the thing. By them giving us these bits and pieces that we kind of already know, like they've already told us the story of how they met and all this. Y'all keep tapping the screen. We passed 10K. We should definitely be moving towards 20 now. Let's keep it popping. Let's keep it moving. We're about an hour in. Hey, everybody that's new here. Welcome. So, hey, Sonia. welcome. Yeah, I don't give sympathy to Leslie by finding out more information on how her and Ted started. That doesn't help her in my case, right? If anything, it shows how delulu she really is, because she still let him build this narrative while knowing the truth the whole time. Ted did not withhold any information from Leslie about what he was going through. If anything, he told her more information than needed. My blood was boiling the way that he was telling her about all of the complications that Nicole was having with having children. That's disgusting. As a man, for you to go out and tell the physical issues that your wife is having with another woman, disgusting. Okay? He was slimy for that. He was fishing for sympathy. He was fishing for affection by literally, he was fishing, and she gave him everything that he wanted, which is why she feels jaded, because in her brain she thought, okay, well, if I play the part, then he'll realize how unhappy he is and leave her and come to me. And when that didn't happen, now she has resentment towards Nicole, when really it's all towards Ted. Ted never had that intention. He threw that ring off, Kay. He threw that ring off. When they finally got together physically, and they're in that hotel room, and she straight up says, Ted, are you sure? Which also, you still don't get a pass for me, girl. Because that's a question to ask before you're half naked in the bed. Like, are you sure? You should have asked that before you even came to the hotel room. So that justification is not there for me. And then for him to say, yeah, you're the only woman that I want to be with, and threw that wedding ring off. Wow, Ted. Wow, Ted. Just to make her feel like she was just a fling and it wasn't even that deep for when she came back and said how she wanted her place. Like, yeah, he gaslit the mess out of her. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, Ted, yes. Now I completely understand the guilt that he has towards Leslie, because he should feel guilty, because he did create a full narrative when it came to them being together. He did. He did. Now, everything that she did afterwards was on her. Because the real revenge would have been to take the money, unalive the child, and live your life. It's the fact that you kept the kid, you kept his kid, knowing that he didn't want you or the kid. You plotted against him ever since all of that happened. Then you came back and you're creating havoc with people that had nothing to do with it. All this smoke for Nicole, all this smoke for Anita, all this smoke for the Duprees. And see, she loves taking on revenge for something that had nothing to do with her. The fact that she got pressure with Anita and constantly says that Anita is the one that is responsible for her mother's unaliving is even blasphemous and disgusting. Anita don't owe you or your mama nothing. And the fact that she takes that narrative on to justify her actions, it just shows that she's going to do what she wants to do regardless. It ain't no sympathy for Leslie. Okay? It ain't no sympathy for, it ain't no soft spot for Leslie. So I don't care. I don't care about the flashbacks. I don't care about the thawing of Malone towards her. That storyline is janky. First of all, for Eva to tell Eva telling Leslie that she's not taking Malone seriously enough because she's waiting on Ted is another form of gaslighting. Because the conversation for Eva should have been, Mom, you need to stop messing with men that don't want you. Period. Okay? You need to stop messing with men that don't want you at all. Because, exactly, why can't we accept Allison as a villain and not Leslie? Great question. Great question. I think they're constantly trying to put these moments of sympathy in, and it doesn't justify to me. For Eva to say it's crazy that she turned down the proposal from Malone shows that Eva is also a gaslighter. Even if it's not towards Leslie and Ted, she's a gaslighter for Leslie, period. Because for her to turn to her and say, oh, You and Malone, like, he doesn't even take you out. He doesn't even do the things. And then when he gives a janky proposal like, oh, come and move on the boat with me, you tell her that it's messed up that she doesn't take the proposal? I don't even like Leslie, and I know that she ain't a boat girl. I'm not getting on no boat with no man. If you're not a boat person, nothing about that sounds appealing, no matter who you're with. So for Eva to be like, oh, you're not taking this proposal seriously because you're waiting for Ted, maybe, but she's also not taking it seriously because she don't want to be on a boat. Why she got to be on a, why is it Ted or Malone's boat? You know, like no, nobody wants to be on Malone's boat. And it's crazy that Eva keeps pushing for Leslie to have some deep relationship with Malone, to the point where it's seeping into it's seeping into Leslie's brain as well. Because when Leslie first started messing with Malone, it was the perfect storm because Malone was still married. Remember, Leslie don't want a man that ain't already taken. So when she first started getting with Malone, yeah, it was great because they weren't on no serious stuff. Now, since Eva got a man, Leslie, Ted got somebody, Nicole got somebody, Eva over here trying to push Leslie to be with somebody, then be with somebody else. Don't push her to be with Malone when you know that her and Malone ain't nothing real. That's what it is, Karen. Eva just wants Leslie out of her hair so that Eva could pay more attention to Isaiah. But that's not going to happen until Eva creates that boundary with Leslie. Eva can't base her having her own life on Leslie having one. Beyond the bare minimum. Facts. For real. No, I'm with you with that, Kay. I definitely think that Eva wants for Leslie to be with someone other than Ted. But she needs to be with someone other than Malone as well. Malone ain't it. Malone don't really want Leslie. That's a given. Like, Malone don't even really want to be with Leslie. Y'all keep tapping that screen. Let's get to 15. We could definitely get to 20, but let's get to 15 first. They need to really have a Leslie Eva breakdown if they want us to come around to Eva. I agree. Exactly, Shay. She can't be trusted unless she deals with her mom. And Leslie is not changing. Leslie is not changing. And you're right, Nash. She does not need a love interest. I don't care about Leslie falling in love. I care about Leslie atoning for her sins. I need for Leslie to be in somebody's courtroom. Marcel's not that type. I think he genuinely likes her. Nah, Arabia. Nah. Nah. No. Malone took money from the Duprees to watch her. To keep an eye on her. The whole relationship started with him trying to get closer to her so that he can get more information on the court case, on the case when it was dealing with Laura. Like, he don't... Developing a soft spot for Malone is the problem here. No. Malone cares about himself. And he will always care about himself, which is why he asked her to go on that boat with him, because all he cares about is the boat. She's a great addition, but he wants the boat. He don't want Leslie. And the way that he straight up sassed her, I said, Malone is too old to be this sassy. Talking about, oh, if you want to be with me. She said, I'm not going to beg. And he said, well, you're going to have to if you want to be with me. What? He wanted her to beg and say, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that I didn't take your proposal to get on your janky boat. My bad. Beg, Malone? Beg? Ew. Ew. Okay? It's giving ew. And the fact that she low-key did, I mean, it just shows how desperate she is to be with somebody. I know, Nash. It boiled my blood. For her to have so much smoke for everybody, and yet she really had that conversation with him and was like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And still shaded the man in his... Why would she order shrimp and lobster and order that man a hot dog? She said, you're a simple man, babe, and I understand it. You're a simple man, so I got you a simple meal. I said, Leslie, what's really going on? What's really going on? Like, she really bought that man a hot dog and fries. That was so funny. But it's showing your worth. That's exactly what he's worth, a hot dog and fries. And I don't trust him. Malone will do anything to get some extra money and get out on that boat and not have to deal with anybody. So the moment that he has to serve her up on a platter, he will. Mark my words. Mark my words. The moment that Malone is able to serve Leslie up on a platter to get what he wants, i.e. money and freedom from the department, he will. I just need for everybody to know that's where I stand. Okay? Night, Nash. That's all I'm saying. And I'm fine with it too. Hey, Shade, I'm fine with it too. I'm totally fine with Malone blackmailing Leslie. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, JJ Lawson. I am so fine with it. She deserves it. Someone still has the helmet, Rose. I think it's Eva. I believe it's Eva. Somebody correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But I believe the last time we saw that helmet, it was Eva that got it. And she went and told Leslie that, oh, I'm going to hold on to it just in case I need some security. Because at one point, Leslie was going to throw Eva under the bus about it. And then Eva got that helmet and said, oh, I'm going to hold on to it before, da-da-da-da. The jacket was in the donation box. The leather jacket was in the donation box. But the helmet is what Kat tried to take. And I believe Eva found it and she kept it. Yeah, Eva's hiding it. Exactly. So, yeah, right, Shade. And see, this is my issue when it comes to Eva's alliance to Leslie. Eva is so quick to say, that's my mama. That's my mama. But Leslie has thrown Eva out. She was ready to throw Eva under the bus about that Laura case. She was ready to leave her high and dry when the whole thing got out about her being Ted's daughter. Like, Leslie don't have no real alliance to Eva until it's public, right? Eva's sickness, Eva's when she was unwell, that was a public situation. So Leslie had an audience that she was able to play towards. But other than that, no, she has not been a good mama. She is not. Ooh, it would be funny if Isaiah found it and that's what pushes him to Kat. That's good. If Isaiah found the helmet and then started. Yeah. But see, the thing about Isaiah is he's so deep in with Eva. If he finds the helmet, he's going to talk to Eva about it. And he's going to try to justify whatever Eva tells him. Literally. Yeah, I can see it being Stockholm Syndrome. I could. I just hope that Eva does get to that place to being done with Leslie. Because that's the only way that she's really going to progress into a good character for me. As long as she's fully attached to Leslie to where Leslie can do, she can do whatever because that is mama, she can never be trusted. She can never be trusted. Oh, hi, Miss Gemini. Well, definitely join the group, follow me. I love that you're here. We love BTG over here, so you can always talk to us. You can always talk to us. Yeah, it's going to take a while for Eva to separate herself. But for the most part, Eva cannot be trusted as long as she is connected to her. So yeah, I don't have any sympathy for Leslie when it comes to Malone, when it comes to Ted, when it comes to any of that. I don't. Cause it's her actions. It's her reactions. Yes, you have to take into account the actions that people do towards you, but it's your reactions and the things that you do that have to be accounted for. And the fact that she still goes after Nicole in a nasty way, the fact that she's still elbowing her way into Fairmont Crest when no one wants her there, not even her own daughter wants her there. She should have taken her money and gone to another city and been living it up over there. She could be creating her own community somewhere else. But the fact that you're still so set on creating this life in Fairmont Crest and making everybody miserable shows that you're just selfish and you only care about yourself. Like that's it. Vashti, why does she feel the need to talk about Anita and Nicole to Noah? Oh, because she's determined. She is determined to make herself the victim. She's determined to be the victim in everyone's storyline, which is why I understand when Kat is like, don't give Eva a platform, because she definitely taught Eva that as well. Like, make yourself the victim, because she knows her only grounds for people to like her is if she's the victim. She doesn't play wealthy well. She's not a good people person, right? So she has to victimize herself and downplay other people in order for, in her brain, to have a true position in someone else's life. So for her to see Noah and see that Noah has this admiration for Anita, cares about Anita, is a fan of her work, thinks highly of her, her need is to tear Anita down in front of Noah in order for Noah to see Leslie as the victim. Which is why and I'm glad you brought that up, because she's going to fight Anita over Noah. Noah is going to be another staple for Leslie to have anger towards Anita, because Anita is going to take Noah in and is going to mentor him and probably end up being the person that discovered Noah and puts him on. And Leslie thinks that she should do that because she is who discovered him first, gave him a job, whatever. It's going to be another way for Leslie to victimize herself. That's all that is. That's all that is. And she's going to fight Anita for Noah for no reason. And I see it because they gave her that janky music scene in Orphe Jeans. So now Leslie can sing. Let's be real. Y'all drop in the comments. Okay, because I know sometimes I could be in my feelings and sometimes I be just saying stuff. Do y'all really feel like Leslie's performance in Orphe Jeans confirms that she can sing? She didn't sound bad, but she she didn't really sound good either. Like what was she singing? Anyways. It does. The S does mean studio. A house. She wants a studio house. Horrible. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad that everybody is agreeing with me. That was not a good scene. At least that wasn't Anita at the piano. Oh my gosh. They really trying my girl. They are trying Anita with this whole not being able to get her voice back situation. It's really annoying. And Noah sounded okay. Noah sounded the guitar sounded good. But Leslie singing, it was very random. Leslie singing was so random and it didn't work for me. And the way that she was talking to Malone afterwards and was like, "Oh, I gave that amazing performance." Girl, you did what? So now is this how they're going to justify her elbowing her way into the articulates? Now she feels like she's really a singer. And now we're supposed to get Randy singing too? Come on, Shade. Come on, Shade. Absolutely not. Please. They are not going to make Leslie know. No. No. Having Leslie be a singer does not make sense. Right, Kay. And see, that's the thing. Okay, that's the thing when it comes to actors in general. Most actors have been in the music industry in some way. They're artists. We're artists, right? There's a lot of intertwining when it comes to entertainment in general, right? So it's very likely that an actor can sing. Okay? That's a common thing. Sometimes, there's a lot of singers that act because acting ended up hitting for them beforehand and vice versa. Right? Like you have LaToya Luckett, right? An amazing singer, but that acting, LaToya acts down. Okay? And I'm just talking about the people that are good at both but better at one. They get more recognition with another one, right? So that's why I say LaToya Luckett, because I feel like LaToya Luckett gets way more recognition as an actor than she does as a singer. And that's the case for a lot of soap opera people. We got Danny right here. Carla Mosley, she sings. She sings down. She's an amazing singer for sure. Clifton Powell, he sings. Ted, we saw him on Dreamgirls. Ted is a great singer. He started out singing. And then, now his acting career is what's stronger. So that happens a lot. Chelsea has a nice voice as well. She does. So does Madison. Madison sings as well. Andre sings. Andre has a great voice. So, it's definitely, so does Isaiah. Isaiah has a nice voice and he plays. It's easy to have that intertwining when it comes to entertainment actors and singers. And Leslie, in real life, she's married to a Temptation. The guy that she's married to is the guy from I don't know if y'all ever watched it's one of my favorite plays. Tyler Perry plays Why Did I Get Married? The guy that plays Troy on Why Did I Get Married, he is one of the current Temptation singers. He is Dana Leslie's husband in real life. So she's got music all up and through her life for sure. And I'm pretty sure that that she has a natural skill. I could understand her naturally being able to sing. Did the scene cross over on the show? No, it did not. Thank you for the gifts, love. No, it did not. It did not translate for me when it came to Leslie singing. And I don't know where they're trying to go with it, but I don't like it. I don't like it. And if they're trying to paint that she can sing, it was giving Deborah Cox, how did we get here? Facts. How did we get here? And I can see this becoming a real issue. Like, it's going to be a problem when the articulates come back in town. Like, it's going to go from, oh, why use Barbara's original vocals when you have her daughter here? I can sing all of Barbara's parts. It's going to sound crazy using old vocals. Let me sing all of Barbara's parts, and then now I can be a part of the articulates. I would hate that. I would hate that. Like, please don't. Please don't. I would not want for her to be a part of the articulates. And you know, that would be the final straw for Anita. That would be Anita's 13th reason. Yeah, Anita not having that. DJ said it quick. Anita not having that. That's an absolute no. And once the articulates know who Leslie is, because they don't even fully have the full story of everything that's going down with Leslie. Once the other articulates find out how she rolls, they're not going to like her either. They're not going to get with her either. But I can definitely see this being the root of another way for Leslie to dig into Anita. If anything, if they don't let her sing Barbara's parts in the Articulates album, I can see Leslie recording her own version of whatever songs Barbara have had in the vault and trying to release it herself. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Like all of the smoke that Leslie has for Anita, there's definitely routes for her to get to Anita if this whole singing thing becomes a real thing. If she really is a singer, if they're really trying to push the fact that Leslie can sing, this can be a real issue for Anita. And you think Vernon got pressure with Leslie now? You think Vernon got pressure with Leslie now? Wait until Leslie starts coming for Anita's career. Wait until Vernon finds out that Leslie is actually coming for Anita's career. Oh, he's not going to have that. He's not going to have that. They give Anita all the blame for the Articulates because she was the one with the most success. I think if everyone, you got to look at the Articulates like Destiny's Child, right? Which is still not a great example because all of them still ended up being pretty successful. But well, let's keep it with Dreamgirls. Let's keep it with Dreamgirls, right? Let's say everybody was equally talented and Barbara was Effie, right? Let's say that Barbara was literally the best singer out of the Articulates. The only reason why Beyonce or Dina got all the smoke is because she was the one that got all the praise when she went solo. The other two were just happy to be Dreamgirls. Right? Sharon and Tracy didn't get much money or recognition after the Articulates broke up. Anita was the only one that went solo and actually made good money and a good name for herself after the group broke up. So she's the one that gets the most heat because she got the most success. Everyone had a hand in it. And they had that conversation. When the Articulates first got back together and had those real conversations, Tracy and Sharon did acknowledge the fact that they went along with everything as well. It's not like they gave Anita any pushback when it came to Barbara not being in the group anymore. They started blaming her because when she went solo, she got all the money and the fame, and they were just the has-beens. So that jealousy aspect came in, and then it becomes, oh, well, if you got all the riches and the fame, then you should take the blame for the bad stuff of it as well. And Anita bought into that as to why we have this trust fund that Leslie is frolicking with right now. Unfortunately, you know? So I think that's why she gets all the slack, you know? But yeah, you're right, little bit. She has no resources. She has no resources, you know? Oh, well, yeah, okay. And then she married well off. Not even that she just married a well-off man. She married Vernon. And Tracy and Sharon have both made it clear. Ooh, excuse me. Tracy and Sharon have both made it clear that they both had eyes for Vernon as well. They made it clear that Vernon was a hot commodity when he met the group, and all of them had eyes for him. But he wanted Anita. So that's a little justification for some jealousy as well. Right? Let's throw the blame on Anita even more, because now, even outside of her career, she has support that we don't even have. You see how that jealousy creeps in, and then you start dogpiling. I think they just dogpiled on Anita when it came to, well, you got the money, you got the success, you got the career, you got the man, so you should be the one to bear the grunt of the blame for what happened to Barbara. And that's not fair. I definitely don't think that's fair. Yeah, they say she got the fairy tale life, you know? Exactly. They think, yeah, they're fully jealous of her. But Leslie getting into whatever Barbara's role is, hey, time. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good at all. And I definitely think, thank you for getting us to 20K, y'all. Let's keep it pushing. I'm probably going to wrap this up at like 11:30, maybe like in the next 20 minutes. Yeah, I Joy, you don't know how bad I want Barbara to still be alive. You don't know how bad I still want for Barbara to be alive. Oh my goodness, please. I'm really hoping that when they start diving into them using Barbara's real vocals, I'm really hoping that she ends up showing her face, because I want her to be alive. For sure. Because everybody got their own narrative about what happened to Barbara. If Barbara is still alive, yeah, let's get it going. Tracy and Sharon were broke when they reunited with Anita. Why didn't Anita give them money? Because they were still alive. I know that's Jakey Buckley. But like, Anita only gave this trust fund to Barbara because she feels like she cut Barbara's opportunity to be as big as her and the other articulates, because they cut her out of the group before the group got big and famous. The Tracy and Sharon were there for the ride. They just got cut off when Anita went solo. They could have went solo themselves. That's like saying, why did Beyonce not give money to Kelly and Michelle? Because they're still solidified Destiny's Child group members. Just like how Beyonce can go and say, I'm a former Destiny's Child person and now I'm going solo. So did Kelly. So did Michelle. Tracy and Sharon were able to go solo as well. They obviously didn't have the tenacity or the grit or even the want to be solo at the right time. We all know that timing goes into that as well. So when it comes to, going solo, if you're not confident in yourself enough to say that I can make this music and people are going to like me outside of this group, then it's never going to work. So even if Anita was pushing for everyone to go solo, it probably wouldn't have worked if they didn't have it. And that's not Anita's fault. Like, what you do after the group falls apart is not on you. So it wasn't on Anita to keep up the confidence and the money of Tracy and Sharon. The only reason why she did it for Barbara is because she feels like she was a big part of cutting Barbara out of the opportunity to be as big as the other articulates were. So that's what I glean from it. The trust is for her guilt of cutting off Barbara's opportunity. She didn't cut off the other women's opportunity. So they have to deal with that on their own. They're going to have to deal with that on their own. I want them to bring Clifton Powell as Dante and he be Leslie's daddy. They need to bring somebody as Dante. At this point, I don't even care much who it is. I'm fine if it's a no name. It can be somebody I've never met at all. But he needs to come to the forefront immediately. Immediately. Do you know how many answers we would have if Dante Green came to the front? Like, if we had Dante Green, we would know exactly what happened with the articulates, exactly how it ended for real. We would know exactly what happened with Anita and how she was really able to go solo. We would know if Barbara really did have a kid or if Peaches made all that up. Like, it's like Dante would answer so many questions. We need Dante. We need Dante. Are we thinking Leslie will be coming in to sing for Barbara? I hope not. Hey, see me, welcome. Welcome. I'm so glad you were able to catch on to the live. Go ahead and follow me. I go live on Wednesdays and Sundays. And we're always talking BTG. We love the show over here. What were you saying? I hope not. I hope she don't come in and sing for Barbara. Like, for real. I really don't. What if Dante promised Barbara a solo deal before Anita got pregnant and he blocked her? I believe it. I believe it. I definitely think that Barbara... And see, that's the thing, right? That's the thing. When it comes to soap operas, time is so relative. And to play around with storylines is tough. Because then you have to ask questions like about age. Like... we don't think that Anita and Nicole are that far away in age, right? But if Barbara was pregnant with Leslie before she was even taken out of the articulates, that would give her a good 10 years on Nicole, right? Like, now we're playing around with age and how deep in are we when it comes to how old Barbara was when she got pregnant, and you know, when she got pregnant does give a play into how she dealt with the articulates. Like, there's a lot that goes into that, and I feel like Dante would be able to answer those questions because it's needed. It's needed. I definitely, yeah. Dante probably had a relationship with a few of the articulates. Probably. I can see Dante being with all of them. That's how it's been for a while, you know, like, you know, those managers, oh, well, you're the most important one in the group. You're the smartest one. You're the prettiest one. You're the most talented. And now he's got the trust of each one of them individually to where he can be destructive to the group as a whole. I can see that for sure. Yeah, I do too. That's what I was saying a little earlier. I do think that Leslie singing in Orphe Jeans is going to merge into this whole using Barbara's vocals. And if they end up doing that, it's going to be a problem. I can see Anita straight up killing the whole project. If they want Leslie in that project so bad, they're going to have to go back and get Anita's old vocals because she ain't doing it. How is it that Anita doesn't know Peaches if they all grew up together, or am I reaching? You're not reaching, Colette. She don't know Peaches because Peaches lying. Peaches is lying, okay? Peaches is lying. Okay? Whatever, I don't know. The whole storyline for Peaches is wild to me. If Peaches ain't Barbara, then I got questions as to, who knows? Maybe even Peaches was part of Barbara's unaliving. I don't trust the lady. Okay? I don't trust the lady. When we're talking about the relationship between Leslie and Peaches, even how they have this underlying hate for each other because Leslie messed around with one of Peaches' men, right? What was the relationship between, because every time Peaches talks about how Leslie grew up, she was, a wild one, and how she, did what she wanted. She had a mouth on her, all of these things. Okay. Does that not sound like reciprocity? How was the relationship between Barbara and Peaches to where Leslie ended up being so defiling and mean to Peaches in that way? I'm just like, Peaches could be someone from Barbara's past or a family friend that Anita didn't know. For sure. Yeah, Peaches is still alive. Peaches is still alive. The last thing that we heard about Peaches is that she's in an old folks home. She's in a retirement home. Leslie, that's where Leslie said that she was. When Leslie was trying to move back in with Eva, when Eva was still in the hospital and she was recovering, Leslie said that she couldn't move in into Peaches' spot because Peaches is in a retirement home and she's renting out that apartment. So she can't stay there. Remember, Peaches grew up thinking that she was her actual mother. She did. And there was still a level of resentment between them. So I think that comes into play as well. I think Leslie always knew that there was some type of disconnect between her and Peaches. I don't think that she thought that Peaches was her biological mother. I think that she understood at a young age that Peaches was, her caretaker, was taking care of her, but I don't think that she ever thought that Peaches was her real mother. These are all good storylines which the writer won't flesh out because they are committed to showing. Yeah. Can I say the only stable family unit in Fairmont Crest is Smitty and Martin? Smitty and Martin being stable is funny to me. I think they do very much love each other, and I think that they're diving into this empty nester storyline with them, so it's showing a level of contentment and stability within them, but that's right now. I didn't think that they were that stable when Martin was dealing with his skeletons, with what happened with that guy and how Smitty was acting, and very unsupportive in my opinion. So yeah, they might be strong now, but we'll see once that election keeps it going. I dated a guy who was adopted, and even though they had him since birth, he said he always knew. Yeah, people pretty much knew. People pretty much know. Like, unless you were born, unless you were adopted as an infant and you kind of look like your parents, I feel like there's always a question. I feel like there's always, because I have a best friend that grew up like that, and I feel like there's always a question of like, oh, are you really my parents? Like, yeah. But Leslie's daddy is Dante Green. No question on that. Leslie's daddy is Dante Green. We just got to meet the man. They got to cast him. They got to cast him. Cheaters and no fathers. Yeah. They're acting like Samantha is leaving with Tyrell. Well, she's going to be a senior. She is going to be a senior. And once you get one out and the next one is like right after them, yeah, they're both pretty much out the door. I know my senior year, I was barely at the house. I had things to do. And then I was off to college, you know, like, and then with her brother being at Banneker, she probably going to want to be all up and through Banneker through his freshman year, you know, like experiencing. So yeah, they're close to being empty nesters for sure. And then Bill is, yeah. Did they mention that on the show, or are you just saying that? I'm not sure what that question is for, Tony. Give me some clarity. I'm sorry. I know I've been talking. You said, did they mention on the show, or am I just saying that? Am I just saying what? About Dante being her father. No, they didn't say that on the show. That's my declaration. That's my theory. And I don't see any other way around it, to be honest. I don't see the way that they've painted Barbara's storyline. I definitely don't see it being anyone other than Dante. How much longer are we going to have to deal with Bill and Haley's storyline? You see, I ain't even said Haley in this live. I have nothing. I have nothing for the Haley storyline right now. Like, I don't even want to get into that. One, because I'm not going to be here much longer. But also because they have no intentions of giving us an end game on it. They have no intentions at all. It's so annoying. Okay? It's so annoying. She's giving that man the mega dose. And he still ain't passed out. He got a whole pacemaker and we're still dealing. I don't know. I can't. Like, she's not going to unalive him. She's not going to unalive him. He's not going to go. I'm convinced at this point. This man got a whole pacemaker. And we're still trying to figure out, oh my God, what's going on? No. Yeah, she giving Bill eye drops for sure. For sure. And I mean, right now it's all on Madison. If Madison is able to figure out that he's got some different substance in, then great. But Madison is the only one that can figure it out. We've had so many situations where Naomi was in the house by herself. She didn't snoop around to find nothing on Haley. Haley done given him. And see, this is the thing that kills me about Bill. Almost literally, right? You come home from the hospital with a pacemaker and you think that your wife has your best interest at heart by giving you a drink? You got a pacemaker in. You just came back from the hospital, literally same day. And she says, well, I checked the list and it says, you know, you're fine with moderate drinking. So yeah, let's have a drink. Really, Bill? Like, really, Bill? You really don't see how she's trying to take you up out of here? In what world does a glass of scotch become acceptable after you just got out of the hospital? Like, it's just crazy to me. It's really crazy to me. So Bill's asking for it at this point. Bill wants to be unalived by his wife. I'm fully convinced of that. That's where I'm leaving it. That's where it is. I'm fully convinced that that is what he wants. That's what he wants, because it makes no sense for him to trust her in the way that he does when the way that she moves is completely just insane. He moves horribly. He moves horribly when it comes to her. Like, it makes no sense. Right. He doesn't want to do rehab. He doesn't, like, Bill he don't want to be here. He don't want to be here. And his ego, if his ego is not accepting that she's cheating on him, fine. Then maybe he needs to redirect. But he needs to figure it out. Because she's winning. The only thing that's not winning is the drops. Because if it was real, at this point, after that last big dose not working for her, if I was Haley, I would go straight to Randy. I would go straight to Randy. Like, bro, we've had a plan. I put all these drops in this man's drink and he still ain't dropped. What are you doing? Why is this not working for me? Now I got questions for you. Okay? Like, that's the conversation that I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for her to straight up go to Randy and say, nah, bro, this ain't it. This ain't it. I hate the Mona Randy storyline. I really do. I really do, see me. I can't stand the storyline. And the fact that now we're seeing Mona in the casino more than anything. You know what it's giving? You know what it's giving? It's giving that Mona is going to change her perception of herself. By trying to save Randy, she's about to get caught in with the mess. By her thinking, oh, I'm rubbing off on Randy, I'm becoming this good example for Randy, I'm going to switch up the way that he lives his life. No, Mona, you about to get sucked into the game. You about to get sucked into the game, Mona. Because Joey is enjoying this way too much. Okay? Choir rehearsal? For Joey to straight up be, oh yeah, we can change up your schedule. Like, yeah, we can get that working. No. Joey has his own agenda with this. Do you know how lit it would be for Joey to have an inside with the Duprees through Mona? You know how much of an insight it would be for Joey to have Mona in his back pocket? Yeah. Yeah. She thinks she playing the long game. She think that she, you know, making stuff move on her own. No, baby girl. Joey got his own agenda. And that might be what takes Randy out of here. Trying to keep Mona safe. Because she over here playing like she can do something different when she can't. I'm telling you, Mona over here underestimating Joey. She overestimating herself. Just because you could play cards with that man don't mean that he can't get ruthless. Okay? She got a blind spot. She got a blind spot. I would say that wouldn't work because Jan is an op and gonna snitch. She ain't got to tell Jan. She ain't got to tell Jan. She already don't really mess with Jan that much because Jan is still friends with Leslie. Nah, I can see Mona getting caught up because Mona, she got a little bit too much dip on her chip. Mona got too much dip on her chip, okay? And she think that she running things, you know. That's not the case. That's not the case. All right, y'all, I got 10 more minutes. Give me rapid fire. Give me questions, and we'll talk it out for 10 more minutes. What happened to Jan and her man? We don't know. Maybe they went on another cruise. At this point, Owen is the friendly ghost. Change Owen's name to Casper, okay? Change Owen's name to Casper. It's Owen the friendly ghost. That's what's going on. They're somewhere in Never Never Land hanging with Peter Pan. That's where they at. What is Andre hiding? Andre is hiding the fact that he was the main worker for Heart Attach in Europe, and he don't want to be a player no more. That's what Andre's hiding. It's not even that deep. It's not even that deep. Andre is simply hiding that he was sleeping with Heather. He found out that Heather was into some craziness, not even to the certain extent that he knew. That's why he's so shook. Now that he knows that she's Joey's sister, and he knows that she did something back in Europe, he's shook because he thinks that his life is in danger. But all he has to do is tell his wife. All he got to do is tell Danny. And Danny got to tell Vernon, and we be good. That's it. That's it. What's the point of showing Allison? We're not sure yet. We're not sure yet. I'm not sure yet. I think that they're gonna do some other storyline with Chelsea. At one point we were saying that Allison was gonna come back into the picture through the asylum after they throw Deanna in there. Cause Deanna still got that coming with her talking to her dad in public. And she still got this whole agenda for Joey and everything. So I thought that she was going to come back into play then. That is still a theory to where they can become friends once Deanna's up in there. But I definitely think it's to throw off Chelsea. We were just saying a little earlier that she could end up kidnapping Madison and being in Madison's place for the wedding. Who knows? Allison is smart and resourceful, so who knows? Okay. We didn't meet Grayson's mother either. If she exists. I mean, seriously, I still don't trust Grayson. I don't trust Grayson as much as I don't trust Tomas, to be honest. And I mean, yeah, the whole plasma thing worked out for him because he appealed to Jacob's nature. But at the end of the day, I don't know if Grayson's mother's thing is real. I really don't. Ashley is still holding the fake baby T. Will it resurface? Probably. Because Naomi knows about that fake sonogram that Haley did. So I can see that fake baby resurfacing. Absolutely. We don't need Owen unless he's a fine black man. It won't be. And I'm with you, Shade. Owen is not needed, but it won't be. I think he has something on camera. You talking about Andre? Yeah, I agree. He did in that flashback scene, he did have something to show that guy when that guy was like, "Oh, be careful with Heather." And he was like, "Well, when I met her, I took a picture of her doing da 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 da." I think she was probably roughing up somebody or making an exchange or something, just showing that she was in some type of compromising position. Hopefully he was smart enough to not delete it. But who knows? It's going to come back up for sure. Is all this Isaiah cornbread talk hinting at Eva pregnancy craving? Nah. She's barely had intercourse since the surgery. And a pregnancy would not have made it through the surgery that she just had. I think that's Isaiah grasping at straws for their relationship. I think it's like, ooh, she loves cornbread. I'm just going to keep getting her cornbread so that we're always good. Yeah, ain't no pregnancy with Eva. Now, are there pregnancies throughout Fairmont Crest? I do believe. Is it Eva? No. When will we meet Ashley's boyfriend's mom? Can't remember his name. Oh, you're talking about Grayson's mom. I don't fully believe in the storyline, y'all. People lie about why they need money all the time. I'm not sure. Did we talk about Ted being a love bomber? I did talk about that. And yeah, with the whole flashback with Leslie and then with Carlton bringing it up about somebody from college. Yeah, it's evident that that's what he is. Chelsea probably going to visit Madison like a fool. Oh, you mean Allison? Like Chelsea is going to, I can see that. I can see Chelsea visiting Allison and saying like, "Oh, I'm going to face my fears. I'm not going to let her scare me." Please. Please. Nah, girl. We can't talk to ourselves in public, sis. Poor Deanna. Ha ha. No. You can't shade. At least Deanna can't. I talk to myself all the time, but I be talking to myself. Deanna was talking to a photo of her past father. It's not gonna work. Why now is Heather so in heat for Andre? Control. I talked about that a little earlier. Heather is losing control of everything. She lost control of her company. She lost control of the relationship with her family. She doesn't have any friends. I think Andre was the one constant for her. They already had that relationship to where whenever they were in the same city, they did what they needed to do and they had fun. And the fact that he's changed that up without her consent, it angers her. She wants control. They might do another storyline where Allison kidnaps Madison. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. What did I say? So Allison, Chelsea goes to Tokyo for the Chelsea Cat thing, which leaves Madison alone for a while. Allison breaks out, kidnaps Madison, maybe even does a switcheroo. I don't know how long that would work because I don't think they really look alike. But she does some type of switcheroo. And if she makes it to the wedding, she gonna do the switcheroo for the wedding as well. Somebody said Grayson's mom is just as alive as Joey's. Facts. Facts. Yeah, Grayson's mom is, it's not a thing. I don't think that Grayson really, I mean, of course he has a mom. Everybody has a mom. But I don't think that storyline is real. I think that's what he created to justify his movings. And he can't let that go because that's what he used to sympathize with Ashley. And we know Ashley don't let nothing go past. So if he tells her that that was a lie, she'll never talk to him again. Andre and Heather ran the plasma ring together. Nah, I don't think Andre has anything to do with the plasma ring. I think that Andre is scared as heck of his own shadow, let alone Heather, let alone anything that breaks the law. So I don't think he did much with her. Heather looks like a former Y&R character. She does. I think she was on there, to be honest. I have to check her IMDb, but I feel like she was on there. Danny is pregnant. Probably. It's only been a month, 6 weeks since the tornado. She might be. I ain't never seen people eat cornbread like that. Go somewhere for the cornbread. No, facts. I mean, I love me some cornbread, but no. When is Ashley gonna get in trouble for stealing antibiotics? Yo, cause the way that for me, I thought, and see, this goes out the window because Leah is no longer running the hospital. But I thought that Leah peeped it and she didn't say anything because she was waiting to use that against Ashley when she could. She was waiting to use that as leverage. But the fact that Leah is no longer over the hospital, I don't think that she's gonna get in trouble for it. I think we're too far gone now. I think nobody knows. Do I think Ted and Shanice are going to last? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I think that her brothers are going to eat him alive, which I hope that they do. I think her brothers are really going to give it to him when they do meet him, when they do have the conversation and everything. I definitely think it's going to go pretty bad. And they're going to ask him, well, why do you even want to talk to us? What's your intentions? Even when Carlton talked to him today about why he wants to meet her brothers. And he was like, well, what's the next step? Da, 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 da. And Carlton was like, it's giving you want to marry her. I mean, pretty much. There's a reason why you would fight to meet her family, right? Like it's giving you want to tie the knot at some point. And I don't think that Ted is ready for that at all. So I think if they do bring that up to him and his answer is wrong, which it probably will be because he don't want to marry Shanice, that might be the nail in the coffin for Shanice. For Shanice's brothers to tell her that Ted is not as serious about her as she thinks, that would be the level of embarrassment enough to get her to never deal with him again. I feel like Bill will end up with his assistant. Better than Haley. I don't really care for Caroline, but definitely better than Haley. For sure. Oh, dang. I lost my place. The chief of staff know he had a mother. Yeah. Leah knew that Grayson had problems with his mother. That's how she got him to work for the plasma ring in the first place, because she knew that he needed extra money. Grayson was on the phone with mom when Ren shaked him. We don't care though. Yeah. I still don't believe it. I still don't believe it. Did we discuss Carlton's body last week? See me, what is that about? Carlton's body? Did I miss it? Did he have a vulnerable moment? Oh, did he have his shirt off after the game? Is that what it was? Look, Carlton has always been an attractive man. Okay? Do I care for him at all? No. Attractive always. Joey was supposed to leave when Leah left, but here we are. Yeah. I thought Joey has something to do with the plasma ring. No. It's his sister that ended up being in the plasma ring. They thought that it was Joey because Joey has dealings in that warehouse that they were using. But no, he didn't have anything to do with it. If Andre's so scared of Heather, why is he always in her room? Questions time. Questions. I think he's just as delulu as Heather is when it comes to his place with her. Heather thought that she would always have a piece of him, no matter who he was connected with, because she thought that their sex life was that great. Vice versa, Andre thinks that their sex life was so great that she wouldn't touch him. She may hurt the people around him, but she won't touch him. I think that's why he's so confident to keep going back and talk to her, because he's like, oh, at the end of the day, she's not going to hurt me. She would just hurt the people around me. But that's a fool's thinking. She would definitely hurt him. Eva and Tomas and Kat and Isaiah will be together soon. I'm fine with that. Let Eva have Tomas for sure. Let that be her headache. I don't want Kat with Isaiah. I think she can have a little fun with him, but I don't want her with him. No. Heather was the one who took after her father. Facts. It's the whose baby is it storyline. Danny be drinking down though. She do, because she don't know that she pregnant. How many women, goes on a trip to Mexico and they tearing down some tequila, and then that next morning it's like, dang, this hangover won't let me go. And it ain't no hangover. If she's pregnant, it's definitely Bill's. Absolutely. Dang. But yeah, that's really how I feel. If she's pregnant, it's Bill's baby for sure. Ashley is golden, but Haley keeps her foot on Ashley's neck. She does. Haley is just so disrespectful for no reason. And it's disgusting that Bill loves that about her. Like, he's always like, oh, yeah, my wife is asserting. No, she's entitled because she's got your money. Like, Haley is just the worst. Let me see. Yeah, he was in just a towel. Oh, he was short. Yeah, he was shirtless in the locker room. Yeah, Carlton, he got a body. I'll give it to him. Carlton got a body. He's attractive. But then he opens his mouth and I go to sleep. I'm sorry. Carlton be boring. Okay? Carlton be snooze fest. All right? I be so over it every time Carlton open his mouth. I just be like, even the whole banter between him and Heather today was dry. That was all Heather. All the sparks that were happening at the doggone Uptown was all Heather. That ain't had nothing to do with him. He was just as buttoned up as his t-shirt. Just as buttoned up as his shirt and tie. Just stuffy. Okay? Just stuffy. But I'm glad he having fun with somebody. For sure. All right, well, y'all, I'm going to definitely go ahead and wrap it up. It's almost midnight. Thank y'all so much for hanging with me. I love a good recap. We've got 2 more days this week. So make sure you're tuned in on Beyond the Gates on every day, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be going live again on Sunday evening, so make sure you look out for that. I am going to post another official recap. I know it's been over a month since I've done that. I said this in the beginning of the live. I'm going to start restructuring my filmed recaps to be about storylines as opposed to characters, so then it doesn't become so long-winded. But I definitely will start posting those again. So look out for that. This coming Monday, I'll be posting a full recap. And I will be going live on Sunday as well. Okay? Thank y'all so much for hanging with me. If you don't already follow me, make sure you follow me. Make sure you follow me. Make sure you turn on your notifications so you know if I do end up randomly going live that you don't miss it. Yeah, Shade, I would love to join your BTG panel. On YouTube, definitely. Yeah, hit me up. Message me and we'll get it done for sure. If y'all don't, if you're not subscribed to me yet, make sure you go to the link in my bio and subscribe to my YouTube. That's where I do post all of my full lives that are on here. And I also post my full reviews on there as well. So make sure you're subscribed. And y'all definitely have a great night. Y'all be safe. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate y'all. And I'll see y'all on Sunday. Enjoy the rest of the week. Bye.